Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Woo!
All right, so we are now live. We're gonna do a little gratitude ceremony. Sam actually suggested it a couple days ago, and I was real excited about it. And Sam, honestly, just reconnecting with you and giving you like a tiny little, update on what's been going on has been very fun.
Yeah. It's been so great to catch up, and I'm so happy to be back here. This is so fun. Woo!
Indeed, and yeah, so obviously the Uplift server is down for some reason, which is really annoying and shitty timing. But I got word out to Dr. Wayne, so we'll get that fixed. But luckily, we have backups because this is what we do now with Uplift. We get our fucking backup plans.
Oh yeah, backup plans.
Oh man,
Yes.
so you know what? I'm gonna
We
turn this
roll with the
over
punches over
here.
here.
We do. Um, yippers. So yeah. Oh, and the writing is like really small.
Yeah, can we make? I wonder if you can make it bigger.
I don't know. I kind of like it because then, like, you can,
You can write a lot.
right? Like when there was definitely some constraints on what you could be grateful for sure.
Yeah.
What's up, Crypto Baird? I
Uplift.
do. I gotta figure out how to level up shit. Like coming in here, it's just level 1. Like I've never been here before. Nah, but for real, I haven't really done anything.
Yeah, no, it's new, it's different, but it also has some of that familiar charm that we like.
There you go. That's well said.
Woo.
For sure.
Look at that. Look at that second sign. I'm only on my second line. I am grateful for so many things, but especially the uplift world.
Oh,
The million exclamation points.
right.
Oh, and when you hover over them, it
Yeah,
shows.
I
Oh,
just noticed that.
cool.
Yeah, that's really not awesome. For anyone wondering what we're talking about, if you look in the top left-hand corner, you can actually see the writing up there,
Yeah.
which is super fun. So, okay, so I'm grateful for Super Sam. Number one, without
And
you, we wouldn't be here right now.
I'm gonna write that down.
Do it to it.
Super Sam. I can't spell my name wrong. All right. Right?
Yep. Love it.
Bam.
Cool beans. If you're in the comments, I can see comments if you're watching on YouTube. And actually, you know what? I noticed some from Twitter yesterday from doing a stream for the Nefty show. So obviously, old school rules. You throw gratitude in the comments, we'll put it up on the wall.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pop into the Discord and just ask what people are grateful for and see if anyone wants to add.
I like it.
Yeah.
So while we're here, I guess we'll sort of do. I was updating Super Sam. We might as well do like a little bit of an update of like the sort of state of the uplift. Whatever. If you're just coming back, welcome. I started work back. Finally had some time and some brain space to get back to this about 3 months ago, something like that. And you can go. You can see exactly when I started because the lithium chart started to move. Not least of which because that first couple of days I bought a bunch. I'm not gonna lie. Just to kind of get some stuff moving, and because I wanted to own more of it, so that's fun. But yeah, so we started changing the mining. So basically, all of the static miners that have been spinning out, Upliftium at a very steady pace for years. Right, that system never turned off. It's been on the whole time. I wanted to figure out how to make it at least a little bit more of a dynamic system. So what we did, if I'm not mistaken, twice now, is I basically shaved 10% off of the value of all of the sort of static NFTs, and I put all that savings onto the 1, the 10, and the 100 million uplifting NFTs. So suddenly there's like demand for those. And the more you earn, the more it actually makes sense to get back into that pool to kind of create at least a little bit of a loop so that it's not just get Upliftium, dump it on the market, get Upliftium, dump it on the market or whatever. Now, people were like really sad about that because like, oh my God, I'm getting less Upliftium. Within the first month, all of the old miners were making about 700% more. just based on dollar value. I think it's actually significantly more now, right?
Yeah.
And so, we need to be able to make those changes. That honestly, that has to be like the entire year, right? We need to start making the changes to actually start making this a system that really works. And so I'm excited about how that works. I think we're due for another one. We'll probably do another one here in a little bit. Also, I had a bunch of requests to do like the 100K Upliftium NFTs. The RAM cost on that, I sort of like kind of regret it a little bit. But we're also going to find a bunch of uses for them, so we'll start to get some some movement on those things, which is kind of fun. There's that, and I think what like one of the first things, Sam, that you brought up that I think it's something that like a bunch of different people have sort of brought to my attention, or we've talked about it or whatever, finding some way to do some land compression. So basically, we've got all these worlds out there, we got all these NFTs out there. You could be playing every single day and potentially not see anybody or whatever. I think I'm dying of starvation. It's not good.
Yeah.
Let's do some shit. Let's go. It's like,
how to attend to your needs, Corey. What are you doing?
You'd think I was freaking new. What's up, Rohan? I'm new all again. So yeah, like the figuring out, how to take all the NFTs that we have and compress them down to something that feels that's smaller, more valuable, frankly, more sustainable. There's been a bunch of different iterations of that idea. I really, really like it. And I think a lot of other people have loved the idea. And this would be, and again, like nothing's decided yet, but you trade, say, 10 land NFTs in for, one land NFT in this place. And that'd be the only way to get it, right? Like we don't want to sell them, obviously, I don't think there's, before we sell any land at all, like all of the core community people would have to want us to do it. And that may never happen again. And I'm entirely comfortable for that. So yeah, the only way to get them would be to do that. And honestly, we should probably add in some shards, maybe add in some Upliftium, right? Like make it a thing, right? So like if you want to get in on this, you trade in some of your old land and some Upliftium and some shards and get in on that new world. Now, I'm really concerned about like all of our old builds, but there's already been people have taken backups of all the stuff. And those world files are out there, and I think like even just we could even put them up on like peer-to-peer networks and stuff like that. Like just have them up, kind of hosted in the in the cloud at some point. So just to make sure that like if you really did want to get your build, you can go grab it and you can figure out how to copy paste it. It's actually pretty easy once you get in all that stuff. So yeah, that's I think been on our minds a lot, and I think the only constraint. There's probably more, but like the major constraint for me is to make those NFTs work in the new world. We would need, Dr. Wayne dev time to make sure that script was functional, basically, right? So that, when you logged into that new world, and I'm assuming we could, like, there's no reason why we wouldn't upgrade to the latest version of, Minecraft too, right? Because I know there's been some requests for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, in that process, just to make sure that our system of, linking the land NFT location data to the actual location and the permission was functional in this new system, right? And I'll talk to Dr. Wayne about it. It might actually be like a half day for him or something like that. It might be like really minimal. But yeah, I think I'm all for it. And again, like I think like sort of bias for action and change, I feel really strongly about, just because that's like it's going to create movement, right? Which is going to be, I think really vital for this year. But I also think it'll just be really fucking cool, like just having, a bunch of us in a world that starts to kind of take shape like that feels like a really cool idea.
Yeah, merging it all together.
Right, I'll just get all the things in all the places. Okay, I got another one. I am grateful for Modded Outlaw. And because I have so much room, I'm grateful for Modded Outlaw and his new website and his new community server.
Yeah, these signs are awesome.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it at all. Also, CryptoBeard1 is grateful for the uplift. Let's go.
Hey.
Put that in the top there. What's up?
I am grateful for the uplift. And who said that?
CryptoBraid right here. He said it
Crypto Braid. I want to spell your name right.
In the chat.
So braid is in braids.
Oh, dude,
hard.
I'm getting murked over here.
Huh?
Is this a battle axe? It is. You're gonna die. Maybe.
Oh.
Dead. Gone are the days where I need like a protective like bodyguards to go into survival. Oh shit, that was so funny.
Okay, so crypto BRAID.
It's right for it's BAIRD1.
BAIRD1. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Woo! Why is there an apple there? I think I accidentally placed that. Oh.
There you go. He's good. Hey, I'm not dying of starvation anymore. Yay.
Yay. Oh, I should keep check of that.
It's never
How do you
dull.
know?
All right. So you know what? I love that this is just turning into like an update thing too. So so the mining thing I think is gonna continually change periodically, and it's definitely due for one. Especially with I think Lithium right now is sitting on some pretty strong support, so it'd be sort of a good time to make a good move. That end, I've been meaning to open up another round of 6-month staking for a while. Those 6-month staking NFTs, you can run through the announcements in Discord to kind of get an idea of that. You basically buy one of these NFTs for or trade it in, blend it for a 10 million Upliftium NFT and some shards. And you get to blend out to a pack that's going to give you between 12 and 20 million Upliftium in 6 months. That's fun. But the real thing for me, I've been learning from Bonk and from a lot of these other very, very large market cap meme coins, like in the billions. They do these staking things, and that's the only way to get access to kind of the community collaborations that they do. So now, working with Juan on the launch bag stuff and working with a lot of meme tokens that are going to come out of there or whatever, I get stuff right that I have to figure out a way to get out to the community. And so the only way that I'm going to do it is those 6-month staking NFTs. So they're like inherently valuable, right? Like you grab one of these things, it's a risk-free way to have more Upliftium at the end than you do now, which is sort of a no-brainer good. And then we target those things for stuff. And again, like it's been whitelist NFTs that have gone for meme tokens now that 10x every time we do an IDO. I actually sent out some shards, and Samantha and I were talking about an idea I don't want to talk about publicly just yet, but it's like massive, frankly. It's really good. Uplift should have its own deflationary token. That's So like these 6-month staking NFTs are going to be a cornerstone of my focus for the next couple of years. And so we're going to do another round of them pretty soon. They will be limited. Last time we just kind of opened the door. I really wanted them to sell out, and they did pretty quickly. My initial plan was to basically have it so you could only buy one per account per day. And I think I'm going to really do that this time. Just because we need to spread it out, right? Can't just be, Modded Outlaw owns like 50 trillion of them or whatever it is. He owns a significant percentage of those first ones, which is great. Again, like Modded's been doing really incredible things, while like they're just basically all year, right? That website, I'll actually put it in the comments here, but I was just showing Sam. He created a website where you can basically trade in Lithium to get the NFTs or the NFTs to get Lithium. And it's like bulletproof, right? So you can't get the tokenized NFT address wrong. You can't send in 1,000,001 Upliftium or Lithium or whatever, right? So he's just done some really, really cool things to get some stuff going. So I'm glad he's got tons of them. It's fucking awesome. But I want 1,000 people to have these things so that when we have tokens from partner projects or whatever, they're going out to lots of different people. Anyway, I'm ranting now.
No, you're updating now, actually.
Yes, yeehaw with the updates. So yeah, I think those are the two biggest things on Lithium. And I think we'll probably do 200 this next time. And I was talking to Bullshibbles. He was suggesting we make them very slightly more expensive and very slightly less ROI. And I really like that idea. So we're probably going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so those initial ones will be, they'll always have OG status, and not in a big way, just because like I want to make sure that we benefit the people that are early. So like this second round, also real fucking early, in my humble opinion. I don't think the actual bull market has even remotely started yet. I don't think it's till next year. I was telling Sam, and I've been trying to tell everybody that would listen, because like, oh no, this is the bull market. It's fucking not. And here's why. And that doesn't mean that you can't find localized, mooning situations, right? Solana, I think Ton is getting ready to do some really amazing things, right? So I think, there's things within, even this sort of sideways year that I think we're going to have that are going to be bright spots. Honestly, frankly, hopefully Wax is one of them, because like, we're still going to try and hit 10 million TVL for launch bags tokens total before the end of the year, which is insane with Wax being at 3 cents. But fuck it, go big or go home, which is kind of fun. Anyway, so my biggest sort of takeaway from all this stuff, the halving happened 77 days ago. The average time between the halving of Bitcoin and the peak of Bitcoin is 580 days. So we're like nowhere remotely close to the bull run yet, if that is currently right. And there's lots of people that say, oh, like everything's different now, the cycle's different now. I hear that every cycle, and guess what? They're never right. And someday they might be, but I don't think they are. All the news, everything, it just all ends up being noise compared to the stock to flow ratio, which like that happening, and the fact that miners are only producing half. And that doesn't mean there isn't like lots of kind of things going on out in the world that are going to have an effect on sort of short timelines. Like Germany starts to sell ridiculous amounts of Bitcoin, and the Mount Gox people are starting to get paid back some of their Bitcoin. That's going to be tons of sell pressure, right? If you had Bitcoin back in the Mount Gox days, like you like no matter how much Bitcoin you had, it's worth a ton of money now, right? So that's going to be some near term sell pressure. Anyway, so I think we have time to start building things up, but I feel really, really strongly about getting us in the best possible position, so that we're like just having a fucking blast next year, like just firing on all cylinders and doing really, really cool things.
Cruising.
Anyways, yeah. So the dream is still alive, anyways, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. And we still have our core people here working as much as humanly possible.
That has absolutely been the case. Yep. Faux show.
Woo woo.
What else were we talking about? We talked about the land compression thing, the 6-month staking thing. We sort of dropped a tiny little bit of a hint about shards, and I've talked about it a little bit before about that idea, but I think like in a month I'd like to put some stuff. Actually, you know what? I wrote a paper up on it, Sam, and I think I'll send it to you, because I think we should sort of adapt it to that thing that you said that made a ton of sense.
Yeah.
It creates a really good kind of bigger loop with Upliftium, which makes a lot more sense to me.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, definitely send me that.
Oh, yeah, I totally will. It's gonna be good. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, long story short, there's gonna be some stuff going on. And again, like I think, so the play to earn thing, I think people wanted to, have that turn back on. People really need to know that Modded Outlaw does that now, right? So he's got a private server that he started that's like a community run thing. It's getting a community grant from Uplift every month to run some stuff. And it's been cool. Like has people going in there, and he does a lot of really, really cool shit with it. So that's sort of the play to earn space right now, is that. And I think there's some ways that we could turn it back on for the Uplift. I think it would make sense to not even consider it until we do the compression. That really does feel like sort of the first order of business to kind of build up enough momentum that it's worth Dr. Wayne's time for us to do that. But one thing Bullshitable said, and I kind of agree, like the whole idea that we incentivize just like doing dumb shit, right? Like walking around or whatever, right? Kind of made sense when we were first iterating it. But he's like, if we could turn the punch sign, get thing, which is a system that kind of like we know that it works, you just kind of have to set it up, right?
Yeah.
So if you get points for doing that, but like, there was say 10 of these signs out, in the world somewhere, and we could just change the locations of them periodically or whatever, or have tons of them out there. But the only way they would work is if at least 5 people were on the plot. Like, make it a social thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And 3x the points or 10x the points if there's 20 people on the plot. Right. So you're basically like incentivized to run events, basically. Right.
So one person finds the sign and then says, "Oh, this is a great opportunity to gather all of my friends.
Right.
We're gonna have a party, and we're all gonna play to earn because we found the prize." That's almost like treasure hunting.
Right.
Treasure hunting.
Yeah. So I think in its simplest iteration, that's something that I sort of, even just conceptually, I'd like to see us focus on. Because that, like, you're just, I mean, you're incentivizing things that I think we stand for, right? Like the whole community, the whole, anytime there's been, more than 5 people, on a chunk of land, like those are kind of memorable times in the Uplift,
Yeah.
Not least of which the gratitude ceremonies have started getting big, and like people are doing them on other servers now, which is really exciting to me personally, right? But that's that's been a thing. So anyway, I guess the only other couple, these are sort of Uplift tangential. Our buddy Dennis, who built the initial website and is one of the biggest sweethearts in the world, and was doing work with us, like that came with us after all the catastrophic bullshit or whatever. Launched a meme token called AI God with launch bags, and that stuff is doing really good. Highly recommend picking some of that up and owning it. And of course, Chris Tuttle and I have been doing some AI stuff for the last kind of year and a half, and she built a game, and so we launched that together. Dennis is actually coming in to do some front end stuff for it. Yeah, I just showed Super Sam. You have to create your own game cards with and of course it uses like AI in the background and stuff like that. So that's it's fun. What was your first impression, Sam?
The cards were entirely adorable. I just fell in love with the card and how it incorporated all of the elements of the keywords that I used so beautifully, and it was just really good. Cute. It was awesome.
Yep. And so the game is going to be really, really good. And of course, like all of the game credits and all that kind of stuff, you have to buy them with AI God. This is actually going to become really important for Uplift in a few months. So you can only get them by doing AI God. Actually, I think you can do it with Wax too, but like the main way and the cheapest way to do it was with AI God. And all of that AI God went into a rewards pool. So 10% of the total supply of AI God right now is sitting in the rewards account. And the only way to get it is going to be to play the game.
There you go.
Right. And I had an insidious idea. This is probably not the right word, but it feels insidious. Because that how much you loved that card really quickly.
Yeah.
That stickiness, everybody feels that. Which to me is like deeply fascinating. Because I feel it too, right? It's like people are making way too many of these things from like a perfect game perspective, right? Because it's really fun. It's fun to do. So now we're gonna have a situation where you can start playing with them and doing a bunch of different cool things with the game pieces, right? And earn some rewards or whatever, or like just from playing the game.
Yeah.
Fun. So you're not gonna win AI God, the token. You're gonna win a victory NFT that is effectively backed with the token. We're not sure if we're gonna actually back that NFT, if we're gonna have a blend out for the rewards. But to get the actual token, to get your winnings, you'll have to burn that victory NFT. You'll have to destroy it. And that victory NFT is going to have an image based on I think the best card or all of your cards, like all of your characters that are all permanently part of the official lore, right? All future cards, by the way, pull from the previous lore. If you read through the little story about it, it'll mention somebody else, and that somebody else was minted by somebody else.
Oh,
right. So all of that lore becomes this thing, right? So it takes, the characters from all of your team, and we're gonna have PvP too, right? So like the characters from the opposite team, and it makes this epic victory story of how fucking cool it is that you just won, and then makes an image from that story, like a fancy, AI image kind of thing, and of course that gets minted as an NFT, and people will get attached to those. I'm already attached to them, and I haven't even seen them yet, right?
Yeah.
Right. And so just
nearly as cool as the cards that I saw then.
Right.
Yeah.
So but it's effectively going to also be inherently as valuable as the AI God winnings. So like
Mm,
technically it is the token, right? Yeah, at any time you could burn this thing and get the token. But I don't think people are going to want to. Like that's a one-on-one NFT,
I know. I
right?
know.
And there's a few different ways that we can incentivize doing that. Okay, so that's fun for AI God. It's called Flip Tribes, and the tribes part is that we want to be a token use case for all of our friends' tokens. And when it comes time to launch the second token, Uplift is that token.
Mm,
So the only way to get the games credits for it is going to be Liftium. The only way to get and all that Liftium is going to go into the reward pool for the game specifically, right? I think we're going to make it different than the kind of rewards account that's still sitting there. It's got like 60,000 wax in it or whatever. With wax being 3 cents, we're not going to touch that until probably the end of the bull market. There's just no point, touching that yet. But
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, another like massive use case, and cyclically for Upliftium. And again, like the schemas, I'm really excited because we actually tested this already. Like the Uplifter schema already works, and when we were running our test stuff for it, I'll show you some of them, Sam. It's basically just like the blocky things or whatever, but like you add whatever you want. Right, so like there's like a little blocky Minecraft character that's a bee, of course.
Of course,
but every kind, right? Like I
Yeah.
had one that was like in a Zen garden at sunrise or whatever, and they just come out just so good. And
That's
yeah,
yeah.
and so people are making like little mini collections, frankly, from all these things. So yeah, that part's gonna be exciting. So anyway, Flip Tribes, you want to check it
That
out?
is so exciting. So
Mhm.
I am going to write. I am grateful for Flip Tribes and
Cool
Title.
beans. Yeah, definitely a title in there.
Flip Tribes
She's a genius.
and
It's
Title. Massive. Shout out. I almost wrote Denny's instead of Dennis. I'm typing too fast, guys. Typing too fast. Too much.
Secretly hungry.
Going to Denny's.
Woohoo! Awesome sauce.
Woo woo.
Can I do one more?
Yeah.
All right. I'm grateful for the Uplift community.
Still staying strong.
I've said it before, and it feels real good to say it again.
Hooray. Right. These signs are great.
Indeed.
Ooh.
How do you take screenshots?
Well, I'm on a Mac, so Command Shift 4, but
Oh yeah, you just like do snipper on it, right?
yeah,
Whatever.
I snip it.
Although when I do that, it's gonna automatically pause it, I think. Or
Oh,
will it? No, it didn't. Haha! Yay!
nice. Coolio. Schoolio.
Absolutely. Cool. Why is it trying to take a video? Don't be weird.
What? We're already live. We have a video.
Yeah, even though like it was trying to like capture a video of the screen. No, that's not what we're doing here. Anyways, I think that's probably it.
Yeah. I think we ran through some cool updates and
Did
great gratitudes for old time's sake. Maybe we can keep this going.
I think we should. So my time is kind of like worked a little bit because I'm working full time in like normal money shit.
Yeah.
But obviously like really grinding on the launch bag stuff because I think like I keep trying to figure out like what's the best way for me to build momentum in a place wax that doesn't have any, right? Because like step number one, get a bunch of people in the wax ecosystem that are really excited about it because we're going to need that for Uplift to be good, at least initially, right? Because we can go multi-chain down the road or whatever. But
yeah,
But yeah. So yeah, doing the Launchpad stuff has been really, really fun. That's taking up a ridiculous amount of time. But I think like if you're up for doing this at least monthly, I'd love to do that because I think, um, I want to make sure that, I have some substantial uplift stuff that gets done at least monthly, right? Like some
Cool.
kind of something. That'll like kind of set a good cadence for me to also be thinking in terms of like, okay, 4 weeks from now, we got to be doing something. Now, granted, like before that, I definitely want to do like the 6 month staker thing soon. Like maybe even this week, I'll open it up.
This is so exciting. Ah, that's making me say my name, my old name.
That's awesome.
6 months thinking out.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
All right, Super Sam, thank you so much for suggesting that we do this.
Yeah. Thank you
A lot
for
of fun.
joining me. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all the people who did join us. And yeah, I'd love to do this monthly with you, Corey. If we'll touch base and make sure we have time. But yeah, that sounds great.
Frickin' Nick is here. What is up?
What? Nick is here. Nick.
The Nick.
Oh my gosh.
Good to see you, dude.
He's got the eye in there.
That's awesome. I'm now grinning like an idiot. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, Nick.
All right, I gotta run. But yeah, Sam, thank you so much for doing this. Nick, feel free to say hi. I would love to reconnect. Just like a bad penny, I keep turning up.
No.
But also like good pennies.
Like a lucky penny.
Like
We're
a lucky
seeing
penny.
The side of the penny.
Yeah, I think your new nickname is Lucky Penny.
How do you like that, Nick? Do you like it?
Boom.
Bam.
Oh man, that's cool. All right, so yeah, we'll see you in 4 weeks unless we decide to do it sooner.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be chatting in the meantime.
Oh yeah, no, I want to
keep those
for a while there. I was making sure I was doing announcements every day and uplift. That's kind of flagged off a little bit, but yeah. I'll get back to it. Booyah! All right, man. Let's go. Stop sharing that.
Oh,
all right.
Court Jester of London. That's what he said.
What's that? The Court Jester.
The Court Jester of London.
So if we did do the land compression,
yes,
I wonder. I kind of want to make it so that you can do it from anywhere, but maybe it makes more sense not to. Like maybe it makes more sense to have sections of the map, and so like you need 10 Genesis NFTs because then because they're cheap right now, right? They're very inexpensive. So now you need if you only have 8 Genesis NFTs and you need 10, but then you're gonna get there's quadrants or whatever, right? There's sections of the map that are from those areas.
Yeah,
that might be kind of fun.
Yes, and then figuring out let's say somebody in London wanted to do this compression thing, but I already built this very large, awesome, cool structure.
Yeah.
Finding an Upliftium charge that I could pay to have that be translated onto my new land.
So that's tougher. Just because we'll have to pay somebody to do that. There's not really any way to automatically do it. Now, I wouldn't mind if somebody I think it makes more sense because every single time I get into this, we could do this whole situation where it's $10 in Upliftium, half of it gets burned or sets the rewards count or whatever, right? And then half goes to that person, but that's automatic sell pressure for the token now, right? It's if you're doing that work, you need real money. That's sell pressure on the token, which again, we're gonna get to a point where that's not really gonna be a big deal. But what if we just open it up so that the world files are out there? You can grab it if you want to. You can load it up on your own machine. You can copy it, and we just open the pasting thing up so that you can just do it. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if anybody wants to carry that stuff forward, they just have the permissions to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, I think that's the most viable thing. Now, granted, there might be technicalities or sort of things that sort of get in the way of that on a permissions thing, but to me that seems like kind of the simplest way to do it right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then then you just there's sections. So Londum is still a thing. That's actually what made me think about it, Nick, is the whole Londum thing, trying to maintain some cohesion because there really were kind of different little mini cultures that were kind of growing up around that, right? But yeah, that might be really fun. You know what? I'm gonna talk to Dr. Wayne about that this week and just start exploring it so we can figure it out. Because that would be, talk about creating some movement in the land NFTs like that. That's gonna crack the market wide open. And really, like Uplift has a ton of them, and they're all on sale. I think right now, right? So like, we just put them out there for a ridiculously cheap price. I think I can't remember if that's still active or not, but like we could do it. And then again, like we would only sell them for Upliftium and just burn the Upliftium.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like just destroy it. Right?
Burn it.
Just burn the bitch down.
Burn the town down.
Yeah, big thing about posting security introduction of viruses into the system would be your biggest problem. Okay, there you go. Well, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, we don't want a virus.
Like, so if you could only post an object file, you think there could be a virus in that? Yeah. Anyway, he'd know more than me. However,
should he just bring us some?
Go on. Crazy.
Oh, so he's saying yes, you could do just an object, and it would
rent out
a bot.
Oh, and the bot would have the permissions, and it can only do certain things. Oh. I mean, this is the other thing. I've got it planned out, and I know all the pieces exist for us to make AI companions that work with you in the Uplift.
Yeah, that's
right. Yeah. And like that, and again, like we've got so many freaking things to do in the meantime. And again, like there needs to be like a really viable market for it, which doesn't exist right now. But that feels very inevitable to me. Like it's we've got the skill set already behind the scenes to basically do it. Yeah, I think the weakest link would be the bot side, but we know lots of people know how to make bots, in Minecraft and stuff. But the bot builds the building platform land, etc. Okay, so yeah, that could be really, really interesting. And then it can't do anything else, right, Nick? And it'd be really, that'd be like even the process of streaming, right?
Hire a bot to build my castle that I spent so long building.
Yeah. And like even because then like can you imagine having like pointing a camera at that and just watching it like happen?
Yep.
That'd be sexy as fuck is what that would be.
That would be so cool. Just an aerial view of
all the things.
Yeah. That'd be like 3D printing. Like 3D printing.
Exactly like 3D printing. Yeah, love it. Nick, you're a goddamn genius. That's cool. That's very cool. Also, Nick, next time we do this, I'd love for you to join us.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be really fun. Really, really fun. Okay. I gotta run. It's fucking fantastic to see both of you guys. And Crypto Bear, thanks for hanging out with us. The freaking wall is here. Everybody is now as updated as I think I can get you guys. If you're at all into the meme token thing, the Anon IDO that we're doing is going to be on Tuesday. Fair launch, you need to do a bunch of shit to get in on that. That's going to be Monday. But yeah, so that's fun. And seriously, like, what if Uplift had a deflationary token? I mean, I like them, especially considering like it can be a little bit deflationary, but it could also be massively reward. It's like one of the things we're doing. We did it with AI God and Wiener. I don't know if you guys have seen Wiener yet. Some friends of mine launched a hot dog themed meme token. I love it. It's way too fun, and also very innuendo ridden because we're all 13-year-olds apparently.
Right.
Whatever. But we set that up to these have transaction fees now, right? So when you send, even if I sent you like a billion Wiener or whatever, I have to basically budget $1.5 billion, like 105 or whatever, right? Like 5% more. Terrible at numbers, but because it actually takes that before sending it. It's like a little pre-transaction fee, but 3% out of that 5% automatically goes into a rewards account for Wiener. Same is going on for AI God. So like every single transaction actually builds up the rewards account every time. And that's something that like I desperately wish we had that for Uplift. But there's a very, very interesting way where we might be able to make it happen.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking A. I mean, there's also like, I see somebody was pitching that we basically allow people to trade in land NFTs for Lithium. But I don't like that idea. I mean, and we'd have to do it on a budget anyway, because like I'm strictly controlling how much Uplift Team goes out every month, just so that it doesn't kind of get out of control or whatever, right? Like I want to make sure I understand the math there, so we could do it a little bit. But I think that even just the compression idea is way cooler than that. There's other things that we can do with the land entities specifically to sort of drive value back to them and to create some interest again. So anyway, tons to do. And yeah, that's weird.
The cards.
I hope Wax goes to 1 penny, and I hope the bull market happens next year when I think it's going to, because then we're gonna have time to build and strengthen up and get ready. TC, what is up? Okay, actually, before we can't break yet, I gotta go do some stuff. But Nick and TC, we're gonna wait here until you guys put a gratitude in. We're gonna get up on the wall.
Yes, we are.
The fucking rules.
And I'm still in the game. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom. Yeah, I'm in there too.
Now I'm not getting killed by enemies.
It's daytime, yay! Well, here I'll go back in the game. Gratitudes for both of you guys. If you're still here, I hope you are.
And I need to be able to see the comments. Grateful for cheap wax. Hi.
There it is.
Grateful for opportunities.
There you go.
Come on, Montez, let me do it. Okay.
Yeah. TC, I started dreaming of 1 cent wax again. And like, we might see it. Which would be great. I will definitely be freaking working extra gigs to buy more wax then. That's for damn sure.
There we go.
Boom.
You see up there
on the wall.
Give a gratitude.
Nailed it. Yeah, Nick. Gratitude from you, please. And honestly, they can be long. Check this out.
We got whole sentences, line. It looks like you can have up to 5 or 6 lines.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, so this is like the longest gratitude I've ever had on a wall. I'm grateful for Modded Outlaw and his new website and his new community server. Yeah, and that's like not even half. So feel free to be long-winded.
Team that.
There we go.
What does it say? That's helping me build my own company.
Nice. That's awesome.
Hey, that's awesome.
Cool beans.
Build my own company.
Man, I'm excited to hear about that, Nick. You're going to have to tell me all about it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So cool.
All right.
Now I
gotta call it. Yeah, bunch of updates and alpha in this video. If anybody wants to watch that stuff later, we talked about some stuff. TC, you've probably heard most of it before, maybe not all. Anyways, yeah, cheers. Thanks guys for popping in. Again, we're gonna try and do this at least once a month. And depending on what's happening, maybe more. We'll find out. Sam, thank you again for suggesting we do this. It was fun.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Cool beans. All right. So, yeah, we'll see you guys later.
See ya. Thanks, everyone.